Alright, welcome to the stream, everybody. We are live. So tonight on Sunday Night Football, we have the Dolphins and the Chargers in what is a very, very big playoff matchup in the AFC. So the game is set to start right now. So let me get this up. Actually, I forgot to change it from last time, so just give me 1 second. There we go. Alright, 1 second, guys. Alright, but here is the kickoff. It's going to be a touchback, and the Dolphins will get the ball at their own 25. So, give me 1 second. Alright, just gotta change the color of the Dolphins. 1 second. There we go. Alright, I don't know why this is lagging some. Alright, here is Tua, looks to throw. He's gonna take a shot down the field right away, and it is going to be incomplete. Broken up looking for Tyreek Hill down the left sideline. Also, let me pull up the comments so I know what you guys are saying, and I can talk with you guys. But let me know who's going to win. I'm going to put a poll out in about a minute as soon as this finishes loading. Alright, 1 second. Here we go. Here's Tua. He looks to throw again, and he fires incomplete off the hands of Jalen Waddle. Good start for this Chargers defense, forcing 2 incompletions. Tua's numbers on the season. 21 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, passer rating of 112, which is first in the NFL through 13 weeks. And also 2,859 yards. Alright, so the comments are loading. Give me 1 second. Here's a 3rd and 10 for the Dolphins. Let me full screen this. Don't know why I'm not full screened. Alright, Tua looks to throw, and incomplete again. Looking for Tyreek Hill. Excellent start for this Chargers defense. They got pretty lucky there. That one probably should have been caught. And this is the Chargers defense without players like Bryce Callahan, Derwin James, and there was one more. I forget who it is. Let me check. Give me 1 second. Also, let me put a poll out, so give me 1 second. But Thomas Morstead on to punt for the Dolphins. DeAndre Carter back deep to receive. The kick is away, and it is going to be fielded at the 19. He gets drilled there. Great job there by whoever the Dolphin was in coverage. Alright, who will win? Dolphins or Chargers? 1 second. Alright, so the poll is out. Make sure to go vote on that. If you are wondering who I have winning, I have the Dolphins winning 34-27. Chargers ball here, off play action. Herbert is going to find tight end Gerald Everett, and he shoved it out of bounds after right a gain of 10. And also, just realized, Chargers with the ball now. So you guys let me know in the comments who you have winning. I have the Chargers, the Dolphins, winning this one by a score of 34-27. So you guys let me know your score prediction in the comments. Also make sure to vote on the poll. Here's the toss to Austin Eckler running left. He cuts inside and is able to pick up another Charger first down after a run for about 11. Alright, sorry. I don't know why this is being slow and lagging. It should not be doing that. But you guys let me know who's going to win. Vote on the poll. If I could vote, for some reason, YouTube doesn't let the person who puts the poll out vote. But I'd vote for the Dolphins. Here's Eckler fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage. Ends up being taken down about half a yard behind. Justin Herbert's numbers on the season: 3,339 yards, fourth in the NFL through 13 weeks. 20 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Gerald Everett in motion. Herbert, play action, is going to step up in the pocket. Now he looks to throw. He's going to fire across the field and off the hands of a backup running back, Josh Kelly. Alright, I'm just pulling up the rosters for each team. Give me 1 second. Alright, here's a 3rd and 10 for the Chargers. Herbert looks to throw. Now he's going to roll out right, escaping the rush, and he's going to fire this one. Knocked away. Looking for Trey McKitty. That one incomplete. A flag is down in the play, so let's check that before we officially say 4th down. It's not going to be 4th down. Defensive holding on the Dolphins here. So that'll give the Chargers a fresh set of downs. Holding penalty was against Josh Palmer. Or he was the guy that was held. The guy who committed a penalty. Kadir Kohu? Probably said that wrong. Alright, 1st and 10 here from the 47. Herbert looks to throw. He's going to find Austin Eckler out of the backfield. Eckler jukes inside and is able to pick up yet another Chargers 1st down. A lot of them so far this drive. And give me 1 second just to finish this really quickly. Alright, here's Herbert. He hands off to Austin Eckler, and he is stopped in the backfield. Just barely able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And he loses yardage on the play. Christian Wilkins with the big play there for the Dolphins defense. Alright, here's a 2nd and 10. Keenan Allen in motion across the formation. Herbert fakes the toss out to Eckler. Instead, they're going to throw it to him. And now he's got some work to do to get back to the line of scrimmage again. And he's able to get back to the line of scrimmage, but able to get about 2. Not a whole ton of space there after the catch. Good job just to get back to the line of scrimmage for Eckler there. Alright, here's a 3rd and 9 for the Chargers. Inside Dolphins territory. But they've got a 3rd and long here. Herbert in shotgun. And he looks to throw here. And he's going to take a shot down the sideline. And, whoa, what a catch by Mike Williams. What a catch along the sideline. That was... What an adjustment to the ball. One-on-one down the sideline with Xavier Howard. That was an insane catch by Mike Williams. A juggle as well. Hold on to the ball. That was an insane catch. Gain of 23 on the play, and a Chargers first down. Herbert hands off to Josh Kelly for about a gain of 2. Not a whole ton of space there. No score so far. Second down and 8 here for the Chargers. 9:47 to go in the first quarter. Alright, so they're actually going to mark this as a 2nd and 9 here. But, not much there on the run for Josh Kelly. So here's a 2nd and 9. Herbert going to line up under center. And he is going to go play action, roll out right on the move. He's going to fire to Keenan Allen, who's going to make a catch, keeping his feet in along the sideline for a gain of 5. And the Chargers have gotten off to a really good start. They forced a 3-and-out defensively, and then they're still on their first drive, having a very good drive so far. Alright, so here's a 3rd and 4 for the Chargers. Looking to continue their opening drive. So far, 10 plays, 68 yards. Herbert, quick throw out to Gerald Everett. Everett picks up the first down, and he lowers the shoulder and gets inside the 5-yard line. As the Chargers convert on yet another 3rd down. They've had, I believe, 3 third down conversions so far. One was the penalty. Another was the Mike Williams catch, and then here is the Gerald Everett. Just a little quick throw out, and he's able to do the rest because no one out there. Dolphins brought a blitz. Here's a 1st and goal from the 5 here for the Chargers. Mike Williams in motion, handoff to Austin Eckler, and Eckler is taken down right at the line of scrimmage. Once again, no space to run for Austin Eckler. He's got 3 carries for 10 yards so far today. Alright, so Chargers obviously would like to get on the board here, or get a touchdown on the board here, and not want to go just using a great first drive just to get a field goal. Here's Herbert. Looks to throw. He's going to find Austin Eckler out of the backfield, and he's not able to get back to the line of scrimmage, taken down back at the 6-yard line. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and goal here for the Chargers. The Chargers pass on 79% of their goal-to-go plays, highest in the NFL since 1991. So, very pass-heavy inside the 10. So, you know, I think the other way, I would be more run-oriented, because there's more defenders inside a closer area, so I would be more run-oriented. Here's a blitz. Quick throw to Keenan Allen. Allen is fighting to the goal line. He's going to get stopped short at the 2. So now, 4th and goal from the 2 here for the Chargers. Looks like they're going to keep the offense out there. Big decision early for Brandon Staley and the Chargers. Fourth and goal from the 2. DeAndre Carter in motion. They're going to snap this, throw it to Carter out in the flat. Carter stumbles, and he's taken down. Even if he doesn't lose his footing there, I still don't think he's able to get that big play there made by that Dolphins defense. Not ideal starting field position, but still a big play by the defense. Knocked it out of bounds at like the 1.5 yard line. And a big play there made by the Dolphins defense. Ending a very good Chargers drive of 15 plays, 79 yards in no points. Hi, how's it going? How are you today? I was just about to say something. Oh, now let's see if the Dolphins offense could put together a better drive rather than going 3 and out. Alright, so far, poll results, 80% have said the Dolphins, 20% said the Chargers. I would agree. And now, I'm not sure if I go for it there. Because, I mean, I know Brandon Staley has gone for a lot. I mean, think back to, what was it, last year? Or was that earlier this season? I can't remember. I think it was last year. When he should have taken the points against the Chiefs, passing on multiple field goal opportunities. But, I'm not sure. I think I kicked the field goal there. I'm not sure I go for that. I don't mind the decision to go for it. But I don't know. I think I still kicked the field goal. That's just me. So let me know if you guys think otherwise, or alright, so Dolphins with the ball here. Not ideal starting field position inside their own 5-yard line at the 2. They're going to start off in the pistol. Tua is going to hand off up the middle, and he's able to push forward for about a yard. Not much space there for Raheem Mostert. Here's a 2nd and 9 for the Dolphins. Obviously, they would really need to get a first down so they can get themselves some breathing room here. Tua standing in his own end zone. He's once again, he's going to throw this one. And that is going to be incomplete. That's juggled before it falls to the turf. Tyreek Hill, the intended wide receiver there. That's his 3rd target he's been unable to haul in. The first one, just excellent coverage. But the second 2, he should have caught. That one, he should have caught. And, also, the previous 3rd down, I feel he should have caught. So, now here's another 3rd and long here for the Dolphins, following a 1-yard run and then an incompletion. Tua in shotgun, standing in his own end zone. 4-man rush for the Chargers. Tua fires over the middle. There's his first completion of the day to Tyreek Hill, up to the 15-yard line, and the Dolphins finally pick up a first down. Excellent job by Tua there, getting the ball out, and Tyreek Hill makes the catch here. 1st and 10 for the Dolphins from their own 15, finally get themselves some breathing room. Mike Gesicki in motion. Pump fakes. And then throws to Tyreek Hill, who stumbles and is taken down right at the line of scrimmage. They sure have looked away of Tyreek Hill a lot so far. They've thrown to him or they've looked his way, I believe it's 5 times now. This says, yeah, 5 times. It just updated. Alright, second and 10 here. Tua hands off to Raheem Mostert up the middle. Mostert breaks free of initial contact before he's slammed down after gaining half a yard. Not a whole ton of space for the Dolphins to run the ball. All their runs have come on this drive, but it has not been much. Tyreek Hill has the most receiving yards in a Dolphins single season history so far this season with 1,392, and we still have multiple games to be played. Here's a 3rd and 10 for the Dolphins after their first 2 plays each got no gain. A quick throw to Tyreek Hill, who lost his feet, and then a false start here for the Dolphins. But then a run for no gain, and now a false start to back them up to 3rd and 15. So not helping themselves at all here on the what am I saying? Oh, not helping themselves at all on this 3rd and long. So now here's a 3rd and much longer after the false start penalty. It's going to be a 3rd and 15. Tua, empty backfield, looks to throw. He's going to fire over the middle and incomplete, almost intercepted by Drew Tranquil. But that one falls to the turf and is incomplete. To bring up a 4th and 15, another big stop from this Dolphins defense. So now the Dolphins will be forced to punt it away. And Thomas Morstead, 2 punts in 2 possessions for the Dolphins. Morstead from his own end zone, he kicks it away, standing on his own goal line. DeAndre Carter calls for a fair catch at his own 42-yard line. And the Chargers will start with excellent starting field position after their defense does a good job of forcing a punt there. Alright, so let's see if the Chargers can come away with some points here, because they had a very good drive last time, about 80 yards. I think it was 79 yards. Hold on, let me check real quick. Their last drive, 15 plays, 78 yards. That took 8:39 off the clock, but they were unable to come away with any points on that drive. So this is still a 0-0 ball game. Also, let me change this ball marker over to the Chargers. Alright, there we go. But they've got excellent starting field positions, so not going to have such a long field to work with this time, and not going to have to go as far, but still not going to. But still, they're going to need to go about 60 yards if they want to get into the end zone. Alright, so still waiting for them to come back from commercial break here. Alright, give me 1 second. Alright, there we go. So, they're back from the commercial break. Chargers going to get the ball, starting with excellent field position at about their own 42 or 43 yard line. And let's see if they can capitalize on this good starting field position. This is the battle of two top 10 picks in the 2020 NFL Draft. Tua taken 5th overall, Justin Herbert taken 6th overall. Herbert, off play action, fires over the middle. That's caught by Mike Williams. He's into Dolphins territory and has it down to the 38 after just one play. Excellent start to the drive for the Chargers. Also, good job by Justin Herbert to hang in the pocket, even though he was under pressure. Chargers have 92 yards so far, Dolphins only with 14. Josh Palmer in motion. Here's the give to Josh Kelly. He makes a cut and turns upfield and is able to gain about 6 yards there. Good run from Josh Kelly to avoid losing yardage and instead turn it into a solid run of 5 yards, maybe 6. That would have been a disastrous play had he continued to run left the way it was designed. Josh Kelly on the season, 34 carries, 145 yards, and a touchdown, although he missed weeks 7 through 11 with a knee injury. Keenan Allen in motion here. Herbert under center, hands off to Austin Eckler, and Eckler is just able to get back to the line of scrimmage. The Chargers have had no space to run the ball so far. I think they've had one good run with Austin Eckler for about 10, 11 yards. And then Josh Kelly had that run for 5. But so far, as a team, Chargers averaging 2.7 yards a carry. And there's a good reason why. Because they have not been able to do anything. Not been able to move the... Not been able to move the Dolphins' defensive front. Herbert looks to throw. And he's going to take a shot towards the sideline and complete to Josh Palmer. Makes a nice catch along the sideline. A little bit of a high throw, but catches the ball, keeps his feet in, and gets a first down. First down for the Chargers. Yup, just barely got the toe in, or dragged the toe, I should say. Was that the toe? That might have been his left foot that made it seem like the right toe dragged. I'm not sure. Dolphins challenging this. So, that is a very close play because right here, he gets the left foot in, not a doubt about that. But then the right foot, it seems like it might not touch the ground. But you see, I don't know how to describe it. But it's like it's like black pellets coming up. Sort of a good way to describe it. And it makes it seem like you got the toe in. But it is extremely difficult to tell. Alright, so what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Do you think it was a catch? Do you think it was not a catch? Alright, so still waiting for them to come back from commercial break for them to make this ruling, determine if it was a catch or not. And this would cost the Dolphins a timeout if it is determined it is in fact a catch. Or not a catch, actually, sorry. Alright, so ref's still over at the monitor with the headset on reviewing it. And the call of a completed catch stands on the field. The Dolphins lose their first timeout. And now, that was just... I don't think there's enough right there to overturn it. Here's a good angle from behind. Oh, just touch. It did touch. But, excellent catch along the sideline. And from the 20, now the Chargers operate. Keenan Allen in motion. Herbert looks to throw. And he wanted to take a shot down the field. This time he's going to float one to the end zone. Incomplete. Throwing that away. And that's incomplete to bring up a 2nd and 10. So updated results on the poll. Dolphins have 75% of the vote. Chargers with 25%. I'm surprised we haven't seen points so far, considering we are almost done with the first quarter. Obviously, the Dolphins had an opportunity. The Chargers had an opportunity for points, but couldn't get it. Herbert looks to throw plenty of time. Now he runs out of time, and he's got to eat this one for a sack. He had all day to throw before Christian Wilkins got home for the sack. And that must just be excellent coverage, because a 3-man rush, able to sack Herbert, and he had plenty of time to throw that. So now quarter number 2 here, no points scored yet, still 0-0. Alright, so Chargers with an upcoming 3rd and long, 3rd and 16, so it's not going to be easy for them. Alright, so Chargers with the ball, end of the first quarter. No score, they've got the ball at the Dolphins' 26-yard line. Alright, still waiting for them to come back from a commercial break here. Make sure to vote on the poll if you haven't already. And I would uh, I would still stick with my original prediction of the Dolphins even after a quarter of play. But it could go either way. Alright, 3rd and 16 for the Chargers here. Herbert looks to throw. He's going to dump it off to Austin Eckler, set up the screen. Eckler is able to get a good amount of yardage back up to the 15, but he's still going to be short of the line to gain, which was the 10-yard line. And the Chargers will be forced to kick a field goal, and they'll indeed do that and take the points this time after going for it on their previous possession. A 33-yard field goal attempt for the Chargers from the left hash if you're the kicker. 33 yards, and the kick is good. So the Chargers get on the board first and take the lead early in the second quarter, 14 to go in the half. And they lead this one now by a score of 3-0. So Chargers used the short field to their advantage as they only had to go. It was a pretty short drive when you look at it because they started at, what was it, their own 47? So officially marked as an 8-play, 42-yard drive. Alright, so Dolphins offense going to get the ball back. They have 14 total yards in the first quarter. Obviously, they'd look to make that a better second quarter. And it has not been great for the Dolphins so far. The defense has been good, but the offense has struggled. So let's see if they can put together a better drive to start the second quarter. Well, when they start the second quarter with the ball, because Chargers technically started the second quarter with the ball. Tua's increase from last year to this year is a big increase. He's got a passer rating of 90.1 last year and a passer rating of 112 this season. And he would be the second youngest Dolphin quarterback to lead the league in passer rating to Dan Marino, who is 23, Tua currently 24. 1st and 10 for the Dolphins from their own 25. Tua tosses it to 23. Is that Chase Edmonds? And he loses 3. No, that's Jeff Wilson. Sorry, Jeff Wilson Jr., another former 49er. I think Chase Edmonds is actually on the Broncos, right? He was on the Dolphins earlier this season. Yeah, he's now on the Broncos. I forgot he got traded there. He was part of the Bradley Chubb deal. Here's a 2nd and 13 after a loss of 3. Wilson remains the running back. They fake the toss to him, and now Tua fires over the middle, and that is incomplete. Looking for Tyreek Hill. He was open. Just the two could not connect there. Tua let him slightly too far. Tyreek Hill could not catch up to it. I also don't think he saw the ball. He was looking around like he didn't see it. It was sort of weird. It seems like he saw the ball, but I don't think he did. Third and 13 here for the Dolphins. Tua looks to throw. He's under pressure and taken down back at the 16-yard line by Kyle Van Noy. Big sack for the Chargers defense as they continue to play well so far today. And the Dolphins go backwards on this drive, and it backs up their total yardage down to the single digits. They now have just 5 total yards today in 3 possessions. Here's the kick return from DeAndre Carter. Good return, still on his feet, before he's finally taken down at the Dolphins' 45-yard line. So excellent starting field position for the Chargers once again as they start inside Dolphins territory this time. Alright, so they go to commercial break. Chargers with excellent field position. Look to finally score a touchdown here as they've gone turnover on downs at the 2, then field goal, and now let's see if they can put together a better drive. So there's still a commercial break waiting for them to come back from Alright, so still waiting for them to come back from commercial break after the punt. A good return. Gets the Chargers excellent field position at the Dolphins' 43-yard line. So they also look to get the first touchdown of the game here. Comparing the offenses so far, the Dolphins have ran 12 plays, getting 5 yards, having the ball for 5 minutes. The Chargers have ran 22 plays and had the ball. The rest took it away way too quickly. Here's Herbert finds Keenan Allen to the outside, and he goes out of bounds after about a gain of 4. Justin Herbert so far tonight has been pretty good, making some good throws. Also helped out by a big catch down the sideline by Mike Williams. He's had a good day so far, 13 of 15 for 108 yards. 2nd and 7, Josh Palmer in motion. Play action, Herbert now finds Austin. Nope, that's Josh Kelly out of the backfield. And Kelly taken down after about a gain of 6 to make this a 3rd and short situation. So I think they're going to mark this 3rd down. Yeah, they're going to mark it 3rd and inches. It is looking like they could go quarterback sneak here. They've got one receiver on the field. And they're going to hand the ball off to Josh Kelly. Kelly breaks free. He's into the secondary. Inside the red zone before he's taken down at the 11. Big run there on 4th down by the Chargers. Dolphins were all out to stop the quarterback sneak there, I feel. Had a lot of defensive linemen towards the center. And it allowed them to just run left. There was one player there. And he gets blocked by the pulling right guard Zion Johnson, rookie out of Boston College. And Josh Kelly able to pick up a big gain there on 4th and inches. No, 3rd and inches. 3rd inches, sorry. For some reason I thought that was 4th down. Dolphins, -2 rushing yards. Chargers with 38. Herbert lines up under center. Austin Eckler, the running back. And he hands off to Eckler. Eckler fights forward for about a gain of 1.5 yards. Chargers really haven't had a whole ton of space to run the ball today. Aside from that one big run by Josh Kelly. And then they had a 11-yard run by Austin Eckler, but otherwise nowhere to run the ball. They've been lucky to get a yard or two every time they've handed the ball off. Here's a 2nd and 8. Gerald Everett in motion. Herbert lines up under center. Play action, rolls out right. There's nobody there. He's going to throw, and it is going to be a touchdown. Another unbelievable catch by Mike Williams. Keeping the feet in. What a catch by Mike Williams. And the Chargers get the game's first touchdown. Also, sorry, just realized I had the ball marker over by the Dolphins. It was Chargers ball. Ooh, that's going to be close with the juggle. He had a juggle there, so let's see. This is going to be close. Catch. Oh, I think. I'm not going to go into a review. So the extra point is up and good to make it a 10-0 Chargers lead. And they've been good so far. They have obviously the touchdown here on a good style drive. The defense has been really good, allowing only 5 total yards. And the offense has also been really good, able to move the ball every time. They should really be at 13 if they didn't turn the ball over on downs the first time. But they've gone 15 plays, 78 yards, so a very good drive there, just not able to capitalize on 4th down and get a touchdown there. Then they went 8 plays, 42 yards, getting a touchdown. A field goal, and 5 plays, 43 yards, resulting in a touchdown. So it's been really good offensively and defensively so far for the Chargers. They've just gotten off to a great start. And this is a big game for the Chargers. They really need to get back into the playoff race. Because a win here for them goes a big way. Because let me pull up the standings really quickly. Playoff standings. Right now, in the AFC, the Bills are the 1 seed. The Chiefs are the 2 seed. Ravens 3 seed, Titans, then Bengals, Dolphins, Jets. So those are the top 7. Then the Patriots play tomorrow against the Chargers. So if the Patriots win, they're into the playoff picture. But they're in at the number 7 seed. But if the Chargers win, they improve to 7-5. No, 7-6. The Dolphins fall to 8-5. And I don't know what the tiebreaker is for the Chargers and the Dolphins and who has that. But a win goes a big way here. Obviously, some results didn't quite go their way. They would obviously like to see the Patriots lose tomorrow. The Jets did lose to the Bills, so that helps them. And obviously they need they need to keep winning themselves. They can't expect to get into the playoffs if they lose. And now they don't have the most difficult schedule. They have the Dolphins today. They have then the Titans next week. That's going to be difficult because they have Derrick Henry and they can't stop the run. Then they play the Colts. They should be able to win that game. Then they play the Rams and the Broncos. So, it's not necessarily easy. In a lot of those games, but I feel like they definitely have the opportunity to get themselves into the postseason. Alright, the kickoff is away. Chargers kick it to the Dolphins after they score the game's first touchdown. So let's see if the Dolphins offense can get anything going here. They have not been able to so far, only 5 total yards on 12 plays. So 1st and 10 from their own 25, Jeff Wilson exits the backfield and goes out wide as a wide receiver. Tua takes a shot down the sideline for Mike Gesicki. That one incomplete. Threw it just too far to the sideline. And incomplete there. They have not been able to find a lot of pass plays through the air. They've taken a few deep shots. That one wasn't necessarily the deepest, but that was a shot down the sideline to Mike Gesicki. Too far to bounds, though. Then they took an early shot down the field to Tyreek Hill. Then another one on their last drive, both of which fell incomplete. Tua starting off 2 of 9 for 13 yards. He looks to throw here. Chargers bring a blitz over the middle and knocked away. Excellent coverage by Asante Samuel Jr. And now a flag comes in. Tua is looking for Jalen Waddle. I'd like to see the penalty here. It is going to be defensive pass interference, so let's see this. It must have been prior to the pass because this looks like excellent coverage to me. Let's see. Oh, that's such a bad call. That is an awful call. That is what you call good coverage. That's a bad call. Really bad. Tua under center. He hands off to Jeff Wilson. Wilson cuts inside. And he's able to pick up about 6 or 7 yards. I don't understand how they called that pass interference. No chance. But do you guys think that was pass interference? I think that was such a bad call. Alright, here's 2nd and 3. Tua in the pistol. He's going to hand off to Jeff Wilson. Wilson up the middle. He's able to pick up the first down. And the ball's out! The ball's on the ground. And it's still on the ground. Tyreek Hill now picks it up. And Hill off to the races. This has got to be such an insane play. And he's in for a Dolphin touchdown. What a play there. The ball gets ripped out. It's on the ground. It's loose. Tyreek Hill scoops it up and outruns everyone for a touchdown. Wow. 3 plays, 75 yards. That has to be one of the most insane touchdowns you'll ever see. Just ripped out of the hands of Jeff Wilson by Webby Gilman. Then Tyreek Hill sees the ball on the ground. It's never fallen on. It is, but it's still bouncing around in between bodies. Tyreek Hill then just picks it up and runs the distance. What a play there by the Dolphins. Not exactly sure if they drew it up that way, but I think they'll take the result. So it is now 10-7 Chargers. after the touchdown there. Alright, so let's see how the Chargers respond after their defense gives up the first points of the game, or the first points. Let's see how the Chargers respond after the Chargers defense gives up their first points of the game. So I'm going to go ahead and move this ball marker back from the Dolphins to the Chargers after the insane touchdown scored by Tyreek Hill. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Alright, still waiting for them to come back from a commercial break after the touchdown. Alright, they're finally back from commercial break. That is Tyreek Hill's 22nd touchdown of 50-plus yards. That is tied for the third most through his first 7 seasons. Now, how the heck did they score that? Is that a rushing touchdown for Tyreek Hill? What is that? Or is that just like a miscellaneous touchdown? Because I don't know how they would score that. But do you guys know in the comments? Because I just checked the box score. It doesn't seem there's anything. But here's the kickoff. DeAndre Carter lets it go into the end zone for a touchback. And the Chargers will get the ball at their own 25. Oh, the Dolphin offensive lineman tries to fall on it. It's then... Did the Dolphin offensive lineman push it out of the pile to Tyreek Hill? If he knew there was someone standing there, that has to be the most heads-up play of all time. I don't know if he did, though. I think that was the Charger, the Dolphin offensive lineman that pushed it out from under the pile, but I can't tell. Here's Herbert. He hands off to Austin Eckler. He bounced it outside, and he's taken down after a gain of 2. The Chargers struggles to run the football continue. Here's a 2nd and 8. About 8 minutes and 15 seconds remain in the first half. So 2nd and 8 here, empty backfield for Herbert. Now Austin Eckler motions back into the backfield, winding up to his right. Herbert finds Austin Eckler out of the backfield. Eckler turns upfield and is able to gain about 3 yards there to make this a 3rd and 5. Alright, so here's a 3rd and 5. Justin Herbert has been great so far today. 16 of 18 for 127 yards and a touchdown pass as well. 3rd and 5 from their own 30. Herbert, it's going to be a false start, and that'll back him up to a 3rd and 10. So let's make it a much longer 3rd down here. Some updated results from the poll where they announced the penalty. The Dolphins have 78% of the vote. Chargers with 22% of the vote. Chargers have looked good so far, but I would still say the Dolphins. But I could definitely see this game going either way. They call on the left guard there, the false start penalty. Like, also the right tackle moved early. Alright, here's a 3rd and 10. Third and 10, Herbert in shotgun. He looks to throw. Steps up in the pocket, now rolls out right, and he gets taken down for a loss of 4. Sacked there. Is sacked there by Eric Rowe. Coming on the safety blitz. Just a 4-man rush, but the way they did it, they overloaded to one side, making it one-on-one with Josh Kelly, the running back, against the safety. Fair catch called for at their own 24. On the punt, flag is down. So we'll see what that is. It is going to be a holding penalty on the Dolphins. It'll be a 1st down, so it'll back them up 10 yards. Alright, so let's see how the Dolphins offense looks now after they were able to one, get a stop, and 2, get their first points of the game on their previous offensive possession. Let's see if they can keep up the momentum. Alright, so still waiting for them to come back from a commercial break after the punt. Tyreek Hill has 4 games with 150 plus receiving yards, which is one shy of tying an NFL record. He picked up another touchdown. I'm going to check the box score and see if they've updated it. But I don't know what they call that. It's just like a miscellaneous touchdown, I guess. Here's Tua. He hands off to Jeff Wilson. Wilson up the middle. into the secondary, still on his feet, taken down at the 34. Big run there from Jeff Wilson Jr. to start this drive for the Dolphins. Now the Chargers, they've struggled to stop the run all season. There's a gain of 20. Here's Tua. He floats one for 14 out of the backfield. Don't know who that is. But flag also comes in. 14 is Trent Sherfield. But it's going to be a 5-yard penalty as there's an ineligible wide receiver or ineligible receiver downfield. But the penalty is declined, which will bring up a 2nd and 10. So 2nd and 10, by the way, Jeff Wilson Jr. seems to be hurt on the sideline, so hopefully he's okay with the Dolphins. Tua off play action. Wanted to take a deep shot down the field. Now he's just going to throw this one away as he gets outside the pocket. Smart decision there. Even though it brings up a 3rd and long, it's better than forcing something into coverage and potentially turning the ball over. Third and 10 here for the Dolphins, so a 3rd and long situation. They're 1 of 4 on 3rd downs tonight, average 11.8 yards to go. This one in that range, 3rd and long as well, 3rd and 10. Here's Tua. He looks to throw, and over the middle he fires and finds Cedric Wilson for the 1st down on a gain of 11. And the Dolphins are able to convert on 3rd down there, or 3rd down conversion of the day. Alright, here's a 1st and 10. Tua under center for this play. He's going to hand off to Raheem Mostert. Mostert makes a cut and is taken down after about a gain of 2.5. Not a whole ton of space there for him to run. Alright, here's a 2nd and 9 after a short run on 1st down. Tua under center, Raheem Mostert remains the running back. I'd imagine he'll see a lot of work the rest of the way if no Jeff Wilson. 3rd and 9 here, Tua just throws it into the ground as the receiver was covered and he was getting pressured as well. So another 3rd and long for the Dolphins. We saw them convert one earlier a few seconds ago, after 1st and 2nd down have gone by very quickly. So here's a 3rd and 9. Tua. No, I was going to say Tua in shotgun, but they call a timeout before this upcoming 3rd down play. The Dolphins' 2nd timeout, they lost their 1st timeout on the challenge. Alright, here's a 3rd and 9. And looks like some early movement by the right tackle of the Dolphins. So it'll back them up and make this 3rd down even harder. 3rd and 14 here. Yeah, just the early flinch. Took an early step. 3rd and 14. For the Dolphins after the penalty. So from their own 42, here's Tua. He looks to throw. He's going to take a deep shot down the sideline. That's incomplete. Looking for Trent Sherfield over there. End of the Chargers defense gets another stop. They've been pretty good so far today. Now the Chargers defense hasn't been great, but they've been good so far today, even against a great Dolphins offense. And they force, I believe this is going to be the 3rd punt out of Thomas Morstead. And the Dolphins on 4th and 14 here. DeAndre Carter back deep to receive the kick. Chargers come after it, and they don't get a piece of it, I don't think. Don't know how that's even possible. This is going to take a big Dolphins roll, though, down to the 10-yard line. How in the world did the Chargers not get a piece of that? .403 to go in the 2nd quarter. Chargers with the Dolphins 10-7. And the Chargers will get the ball at their own 10-yard line. I'm still trying to figure out how they did not block that. Alright, so waiting for them to come back from a commercial break. After the punt. Some updated results on the poll. 82% of you guys have said the Dolphins will win. 18% of you have said the Chargers will win. Alright, so they are still at commercial break, a very long commercial here, before the Chargers get the ball at their own 10. And 4:03 to go in the half, so they could definitely try to make this the final drive of the half, because they will also... No. Never mind. Wait, no, they do get the ball. Yeah, they do get the ball to start the half. Now I have to check. I believe that... I'm very confused now. Yeah, the Dolphins got the ball to start. They went 3 and out, 3 incompletions. Here's Herbert to throw. And he fires incomplete at the feet of Gerald Everett. But if you're the Chargers, you might try to make this the final drive of the half if you can. Because, I mean, you score a touchdown here, you go up 17-7 7. You score another touchdown coming out of the break, then you're up 24-7. Here is the throw out to Mike Williams for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up a third down early on this drive for the Chargers. But that could really work out in the Chargers' favor. But they're going to need a third down conversion here. Herbert has an empty backfield. Nope, actually he's got Austin Eckler there. Didn't see him initially. Keenan Allen in motion. Herbert throws out to Keenan Allen. Allen with the completion, or with the catch, and he's still in bounds after a good pickup there on third down to move the chains for the Chargers. First and 10, Herbert winds up under center. Keenan Allen, the motion man. Austin Eckler, the running back. And here's the fake toss out to Eckler. Herbert is able to find Eckler out of the backfield now, and Eckler is still on his feet for his final taken down at the 47. Excellent play there by the Chargers. Also, good job by Justin Herbert feeling that pressure on his back and pulling that ball down, because the linebacker there went for the ball. That was great timing. Wow, I don't know if he did that intentionally, but you couldn't do that better if you tried. Here's Herbert. Looks to throw on the move. He's going to fire to an open receiver. There is Keenan Allen. Allen's got another Charger first down inside the 40-yard line of the Dolphins, and that'll also bring us to the 2-minute warning. So 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Chargers lead 10-7, but are putting together an excellent drive. As their current drive, they've gotten a few good plays. Really 3 good plays in a row. The third down conversion to Keenan Allen goes 10 yards. Then the dump off to Eckler goes 21 before Keenan Allen with another good catch of 14 there. But they've gone 5 plays, 51 yards. And they've got 2 minutes and 3 seconds off the clock so far. And obviously 2 minutes to go here in the half as we hit the 2-minute warning. So make sure to vote on the poll if you haven't already. And speaking of polls, if you guys check out the community tab of my channel, I put some polls out of who you guys think will win some big games this week. And I always do Sunday night and Monday night football. This week we have a good Sunday night game. And the results on that poll: Chargers got 38% of the vote, Dolphins got 62% of the vote. Alright, so still waiting for them to come back from commercial break at the 2-minute warning. And now I'm not sure if the Chargers will or are trying to make this the final drive of the half. I mean, I think that would probably make sense. But because then you can go score, get the kickoff, and score again. But alright, so they're back from commercial break. Mike Williams and Keenan Allen have had 46 snaps together heading into this week, and tonight they've already got 26. Here's Herbert. He looks to throw. He's going to step up in the pocket. Now he is going to shovel pass one forward to Keenan Allen. And Allen is able to pick up yet another Charger first down after a gain of 12 there. Herbert also easily could have taken off to run there. And I mean, he's not necessarily like a Lamar Jackson type runner, but I feel like he could definitely have made an equal play with his legs there. He's closing in on 200 yards already in this first half, 21 of 24, 190 yards and a touchdown. Herbert to the end zone, incomplete, overthrew Josh Palmer. And that's going to bring up a second down, 126 to go in the half. Chargers with all 3 timeouts, Dolphins with 1 timeout. They lost 1 on the challenge and then spent 1 before a third down on, might have been their last drive. Can't remember. Quarterback comparison tonight, completely different. Tua 3 of 14 for 25 yards, has been sacked once, and they took that away way too quick. 2nd and 10, Herbert sidearms one to DeAndre Carter, who's able to make that catch. It was a low throw, so I didn't know if he caught it or not. But he's able to make the catch for 6 to bring up a 3rd and 4. No, he did not make that catch. That's actually going to be incomplete. Or they should change that to be incomplete, I should say. So yeah, they go into a review for this. It should not take long. You can clearly see that ball hit the ground. They just have to get the clock right. That's really the challenge of this review. Alright, good. They got that really quickly. So we got a 3rd and 10 here, 109 to go in the half. Alright, 3rd and 10. They actually changed it to 124 to go in the half as they had the time back on the clock that ran off after what we thought was a completion ends up being ruled incomplete. Herbert looks to throw, escapes the rush, rolls out right, and on the move he fires to an open receiver. That is Josh Palmer inside the 10-yard line, down at the 9. Excellent throw and catch there from Herbert to Palmer. And he's also able to keep his feet in. Another good play there offensively for the Chargers. Alright, how many angles do we need to see of this catch? Yes, it's a catch. 9 plays, 81 yards so far for the Chargers. A very good drive. Still 117 to go. I'd like to see them run the football a little bit here. They're going to throw it here. Herbert under pressure. He goes down for the sack back at the 16. Pressure gets home for the Dolphins. They spend their final timeout with 1:11 to go. Jalen Phillips, the unblocked guy off the edge, he's able to get the sack there. So now, a 2nd and goal. Again, I'd like to see them try to run the ball a bit here. Maybe not here on 2nd down, because of now the distance they have to go now being 15 yards instead of about 9 yards. But a 2nd and goal here from the 15. Gerald Everett, the tight end, in motion. Here's Herbert. He looks to throw, and he's going to set up the screen to Gerald Everett. Everett hit in the backfield, and he is able to get to the, or able to get back to the 17-yard line. Here we're going to have an ineligible receiver downfield. It is going to be, so it's going to be an ineligible player downfield for the Chargers as they try to set up the screen. But the Dolphins, I think they declined that penalty to make it 3rd and goal from the 15. So yeah, 3rd and goal here. 1:03 to go in the half. And the Chargers spend the timeout. Their first of the half before this it's essentially 3rd and 17 because it's 3rd and goal from the 17. Alright, so let's see what the Chargers draw up here on a 3rd and long. Herbert in shotgun. Austin Eckler lined up to his right. 1:03 to go in the half. 3-man rush for the Dolphins. They're going to set up the screen to Austin Eckler. Eckler with blockers in front. And he's going to be close. He's going to be tackled just short. Down inside the 1-yard line. And that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Let's see here. Yeah, he's down at about the half-yard line. But excellent play there. They dropped everyone back. They rushed 3, dropped 8. He's going to be down inside the 1, I think. So now let's see here. You could definitely go for this. Inside the 1, I think I would consider it, I think. And knowing the Chargers, Brandon Staley's already aggressive enough, I would expect him to go for this. Hold on, I have no idea what this guy's saying. Alright, so they're going to keep the offense out there. The clock also is moving. So that this could actually be a really interesting play. I think you go quarterback sneak. You're at, the half-yard line. No, they're going to line up in the shotgun. Oh, they call a timeout here. Their second timeout with 21 seconds to go. But what I was saying, this is interesting. I go quarterback sneak here, is what I think I do. I go quarterback sneak. If you don't get it, I think you're still able to push the pile. You get forward, even if you don't get into the end zone. The Dolphins are not going to try to run their offense from inside their own 1 with 20 seconds to go. And then they're going to have to take a knee. But they're going to have to be forced to get out of the end zone. So I really like this decision to go for it. Alright, here they put in extra tight ends, a fullback. You could also hand this ball off. I think I go quarterback sneak. Trey McKitty, the tight end, in motion. Herbert is going to hand it off to Austin Eckler. Eckler fighting in for the touchdown. Big play on 4th and goal. Chargers extend their lead, making it now 16-7. And the aggressive call by Brandon Staley pays off. 13 plays, 90 yards for the Chargers. And they also leave essentially no time for the Dolphins. They leave 18 seconds. Hard to do it much better than that. An excellent job there by the Chargers. As they extend their lead. And they also get on the board once again. Here's the extra point. It's good. And the Chargers extend their lead, making it 17-7. And I think they made that the final drive of the half. Because I don't think they try to go... I don't think the Dolphins try to run their offense from most likely their own 25, no timeouts. With what, like 18 seconds? I don't think they do it. I think they'll take a knee, go to the half. But the only thing is that's risky because you now give the ball right back to the Chargers at the end of at the beginning of the second half. So Dolphins can get the ball. So I will switch this ball marker from the Chargers to the Dolphins. $18 seconds to go in the half, and the kickoff is going to be a touchback as it goes flying through the end zone. Or through the end zone on the fly, I should say. And the Dolphins will get the ball with 18 seconds to go. First and 10. After the Dolphins, I would imagine they're just going to take an either not. They're going to... they're going to line up in the shotgun here. But final timeout called for by the Chargers. Brandon Staley spends their final timeout. And I think that's a smart decision because I feel like the Chargers were probably prepared for them to come take a knee. So now, interesting that the Chargers, the Dolphins actually come out in the shotgun, not just going to take a knee. I would expect them to, but then you don't want to give the ball right back to the Chargers at the end of the half. Tua looks to throw, under pressure, and he is going to escape the rush and just throw this one away. Smart decision there. That play takes 11 seconds off the clock. And gives it a 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. Alright, so here's a 2nd and 10. Cedric Wilson is the man in motion. And now they're going to go to the run. Raheem Mostert gets the carry. And he is able to run for about 7. And that's going to be the final play of the half. So the Chargers lead this one 17-7. As we go to the half, they're also set to receive the second half kickoff. With the opportunity to extend their lead. So I'm going to go take a very short break as I do at halftime of every game. Just give me 1 second. But Chargers lead 17-7. You guys let me know your updated score prediction in the comments. And who you guys have winning. Vote in the poll if you haven't already. But just give me 1 second. But vote in the poll if you haven't already. Score prediction. Let me know your score prediction in the comments. Who you have winning. And I will let you guys know my updated score prediction if I'm going to stick with my original prediction of the Dolphins when I get back. So I will be right back after a very short break. Alright, I'm back. Thank you guys for staying with me. Uh, in... during my break. But, so far, it's been a good game for the Chargers. I feel their defense has played well, even though they've struggled a lot this season. They've played pretty well, and they have held a very good Dolphins offense to 7 points, and the touchdown they scored was a very, very weird touchdown. It was the fumble recovery for a touchdown, where Tyreek Hill ran like, I don't know, 65, 70 yards. It was a very weird play there. So, you guys let me know your updated prediction in the comments. Let me know who you guys have winning. But, it's really difficult for me, because I feel the Dolphins' offense is so good that they could easily start quicking and get a easily get points on the board. So I don't know, I could definitely see it going either way. But I'm gonna go with the Chargers. I've liked the way they've looked so far. The offense has been good, the defense has been good. Justin Herbert's been really good, as he's got 222 yards so far. I'd like to see them try to run the football a little bit. They've got 11 carries for 43 yards overall as a team, averaging 3.9 yards a carry. But I would go with the I'm gonna go with the Chargers winning. So yeah, now let me think about my score predictions. It's 17-7 right now. So let's see. Well, let's see. I think it's going to be a higher scoring half. I think the Dolphins offense will get points on the board. I don't think it's going to continue to be a shutout for them offensively, not on insanely strange plays. So I'm going to go, let me see. We will go with the score prediction of, we'll go 34, because that would be another 17 for the Chargers. I'll see them doubling. So 34 to, let's go 34-24 Chargers. But you guys let me know your updated score prediction in the comments. But I can still see this game going either way. I think the Dolphins offense will definitely pick it up. The Chargers offense has been very good. And comparing some team stats so far, First downs, the Chargers have 16, the Dolphins have 5. Total plays, the Dolphins have run 43, the Chargers have run 43, the Dolphins have run 24. Total yards, the Chargers have 250, the Dolphins have 55. The Dolphins have had 6 drives, the Chargers have had 5. Yards per play, also a pretty big difference. Dolphins averaging only 2.3 yards a play, and Chargers averaging 5.8 yards a play. Passing yards, 19 for the Dolphins, 206 for the Chargers. That includes sack yards. So, 1 sack for 6 yards for the Dolphins, and 3 sacks for 16 yards for Justin Herbert's been sacked 3 times. Tua has been sacked once. Rushing, 43 rushing yards for the Chargers, 36 for the Dolphins. 4.5 yards a carry for the Dolphins, 3.9 for the Chargers. Penalties, 4 penalties for 25 yards for the Dolphins, 2 for 15 for the Chargers. And time of possession. Wait, real quick. No turnovers for either side. And time of possession. Dolphins have controlled the ball for 8 minutes and 59 seconds. The Chargers have controlled the ball for 21:01. And also injury report on Jeff Wilson. Jeff Wilson left with a hip injury, and he is ruled out for the rest of the game. By the way, Justin Herbert with 24 completions is a new career high in the first half. Alright, so the second half is officially underway, and the opening kickoff of the second half is the touchback. So the Chargers with the ball, they get the ball first as... I actually don't know what happened at the coin toss. The Chargers outgained the Dolphins 249 to 55 in the first half. Obviously, they'd look to keep that up. A lot of that, Justin Herbert. He has 222 passing yards. Here's a 1st and 10. Herbert lines up under center. He fakes the toss out to Austin Eckler. Now he escapes the rush, and he's going to fire at the ground at the feet of fullback Horvath. And that brings up a 2nd and 10. Smart play there for Justin Herbert. And it also seems like Tyreek Hill has some kind of thing taped to his ankle. Looks like maybe ice right there. I can't really tell what it is. But something wrapped up along his lower left leg. So here's a 2nd and 10 for the Chargers after the first down incompletion. And I'm not sure what's happening here. Play clock hits 0, but... Alright, there was some kind of miscommunication. And the Chargers get a delay of game penalty. I don't know if it was Herbert couldn't hear the play, or I don't know what happened there. But, 2nd and 15 after the penalty. Not sure why they were not able to get that. They weren't even out of the huddle. Alright, 3rd down. Sorry, I accidentally missed that play. But it looks like a completion out to Mike Williams. Yeah, we lost a 2 there. Mike Williams, 5 catches, 61 yards and a touchdown so far tonight, including an unbelievable first catch on their first drive. Here's a 3rd and 12. Here's Herbert. He looks to throw. And now he looks to run. No, he's going to instead dump it off to number 48. I have no idea who that is. I've honestly never seen him on the Chargers. 48 is Stone Smart. A rookie out of Old Dominion. He's listed as a tight end. But he's going to get... He's chopped down short of the first down marker. And the Dolphins will force a punt on the opening drive. J.K. Scott on to punt. First punt of the day for the Dolphins. Cedric Wilson... No, second punt, actually. Back deep to receive for the Chargers. Here is the punt fielded at and called for fair catch at his own 35-yard line, and that is where the Dolphins offense will take over for their first possession of the second half. So let's see how the Dolphins offense looks, if they made any major adjustments. Alright, so let's see if they can have some offensive success here. Still waiting for them to come back from commercial break. Alright, they're still at a commercial break. Sorry about this, guys. If you have anything you want to say in the comments, feel free to just put it in the chat. Alright, they're finally back after the commercial break here. Tyreek Hill, no catches on 3 targets, and on those 3 targets, he averaged 1.6 yards of separation. Alright, so 1st and 10 here for the Dolphins. From their own 35-yard line is where they begin the second half with their first offensive possession. Tua lines up under center. Jalen Waddle in motion here. And Tua hands off to Raheem Mostert running right. Mostert stuffed there at the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to run. And it's also an interesting... It's been interesting for the... of the Chargers... But, by the way, Tyreek Hill with... it seems like some kind of ankle injury. Not sure what exactly it is, but 2nd and 9. Seems to be... He's on the field now. But, he has his ankle taped. And that one looking for Tyreek Hill behind him and incomplete. To bring up a 3rd and 9. But I was saying before, it's interesting to see how the run defense for the Chargers is. Because it's not great when you look at it overall in a game, but other times they could be pretty good. It's very strange. Not a good throw there from Tua behind Tyreek Hill. And I also don't think he would have quite gotten there. He's having a really bad day. 3 of 16 for 25 yards. Here's a 3rd and 9. He looks to throw here. And he fires. That one knocked away, looking for Mike Gesicki. That one a much, much better throw. Just excellent coverage by Asante Samuel Jr. there to bring up a 4th and 9. Throw a little bit behind him, but it's a catchable ball. Just great coverage by Samuel there. Here's Thomas Morstead on to punt. As the Chargers defense forces another punt. Fair call at the 17-yard line by DeAndre Carter. And that is where the Chargers offense will take over. Alright, so let's see how the Chargers offense looks here. After the defense is good and still good even after the half and forces a punt. Alright, still waiting for them to come back from a commercial break now. Alright, so they're finally back from their commercial break. Here's a 1st and 10 for the Chargers from their own 17. Herbert winds up under center. Austin Eckler gets the ball here, and he is able to run for a gain of 2. Once again, not much space to run for Austin Eckler. Here's a 2nd and 8 after the 2-yard run. Eckler wind up under center. Herbert rolls out right, and he looks downfield, and he's going to slide so he doesn't take a hit, even though he's going to lose about 1.5 yards. I mean, he could have just thrown it away. Yeah, definitely could have thrown it away. Didn't have to take the loss. I mean, It's still smart not to take the hit, but that goes down to the 4th sack of the day for the Dolphins. And here comes a 3rd and 9 situation. Herbert looks to throw. Under pressure, and he goes down for a 5th sack for the Dolphins. Jalen Phillips with a big sack. Under pressure right away, barely had time to look up. And this Dolphins pass rush has been really good. Now 5 sacks on the day. Automatic first down. Roughing the passer? Okay, now we gotta see that again. Let's see. Where's the penalty here? Oh, come on. That's not a penalty. Because he somewhat landed on him? Or did Bradley Chubb... No, where's the penalty here? Justin Herbert was holding his left arm. He did land somewhat awkwardly. I mean, Phillips landed on top of him, but sort of put his hands down to break the fall. I mean, I don't like that call at all. From the 33, Herbert, play action, steps up in the pocket, and that is a dangerous throw. He floated one towards Keenan Allen. I didn't think it would get there or nearly be even close, but ends up just being short of him and is incomplete. Herbert sets up the screen to Gerald Everett, and Everett is able to gain about 6 yards there. Got an illegal block in the back there, so that'll come back. Yup, that's a block in the back. Alright, they actually got that one right, unlike the roughing the passer before, and there was also an early pass interference penalty that was garbage. So a 2nd and 17 after the penalty and incompletion. Herbert zips one looking for Gerald Everett. Again, that one falls incomplete. It's one Everett probably should have held on to. Here's a 3rd and 17 now. A low throw there from Justin Herbert, but definitely one Gerald Everett should hold on to. 3rd and long, empty backfield for Herbert. Steps up in the pocket, rolls out, and fires to Josh Palmer. He's going to be about 2 yards short of the first down as they get 15 yards. They needed 17. And they're going to send out the punting unit. So 4th and 2 here. J.K. Scott on to punt. Cedric Wilson back deep. Not much offensive success for either side so far here in the second half. Scott kicks it away. And Cedric Wilson calls for a fair catch at his own 24-yard line. And that is where the Dolphins offense will take over. Dolphins offense still hasn't been that good. Because, I mean, when you look at it, their only touchdown was I think it's a 57-yard fumble recovery. So let's see how the Dolphins offense looks, if they can get any success here offensively. Haven't had much all game long. Alright, still waiting for them to come back from a commercial break. After the punt. But if you guys could please hit that like button and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate that. So make sure to like and subscribe, as I would greatly appreciate that, and it would also help the stream reach more people. Alright, so they're back from the commercial break here. First and 10 here. Tua lines up under center. On first down, Raheem Mostert, the running back, is going to see a lot of work with no more Jeff Wilson. He's out with a hip injury. Here is the toss to Raheem Mostert. Mostert is able to get a good run of about 8 or 9 yards there. And the Dolphins, they've had some success running the football. They've been very inconsistent running the ball. Sometimes it's been very good. Other times it's not been good. They average 4.5 yards a carry as a team. Here's another run with Raheem Mostert. He picks up a first down, about a gain of 3 there. Chargers' run defense is the third worst in the NFL, giving up 151.6 rushing yards a game. They have given up 46 so far tonight, so have been pretty good. But they have allowed some big runs. Not huge runs, but good runs, I should say. Here's Tua plenty of time. Now he looks to take off and run. And he is taken down after about a gain of 5 or 6 on the scramble. Second and 5 here. After Tua ran for a few yards. 5 to be exact. Second and 5 from the 40 here. Dolphins still only averaging 2.4 yards a play. Here is the give to Raheem Mostert, and that's a big reason why they're only averaging 2.4 yards a play, because half the time they go nowhere. Just like that play. Mostert stuffed at the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 5. Here is a 3rd and 5 for the Dolphins. They get a first down at about the 45-yard line. Now, timeout called by the Dolphins, as they want to talk things over before the 3rd and 5 play clock was also winding down. And they'd probably end up spending one in like 3 seconds. I thought they were still at a commercial break. Sorry, they scored a touchdown. I wasn't even paying attention. 5 plays, 76-yard drive. Big play to Tyreek Hill. Wasn't even paying attention. Very, very sorry about that. It's going to be a big play, about a 60-yard touchdown drive. Or a 60-yard touchdown. And it's just a bomb to Tyreek Hill. His 2nd touchdown of the day. And of the Dolphins cut the deficit to a 17-14 game. Very, very sorry, guys. I missed the touchdown. So now, it's a 3-point game. The Dolphins making comeback here. Chargers need to get going offensively, as they have not had much offensive success here in the second half. They have gone 3 and out, and then a 6-yard punt, 6-play punt. Alright, so still waiting for them to come back from a commercial after the touchdown. So the Chargers going to get the ball, so I will go ahead and move the ball marker over from the Dolphins to the Chargers. Alright, so there's still a commercial break here. They should be back soon. Most touchdowns of 50. They took that away very quickly. But there's another 50-plus yard touchdown as Tyreek Hill catches a bomb from Tua in only his 4th completion of the day in 18 pass attempts. So the Dolphins kick this away. Chargers going to get the ball. 6:23 to go in the 3rd quarter. As kick is a touchback and bounces over the head of DeAndre Carter. Chargers' key offensive injuries. Keenan Allen and Mike Williams have not played a full game together. They've played this game together. Their offensive line, Rashawn Slater, Corey Linsley, and Trey Pipkins, last played together in Week 3. Points a game. They averaged 27.9 points a game last year, which is 5th in the NFL. Still good this season, but not as good due to all the injuries. Here is a quick throw to tight end Trey McKitty for a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 5 after a quick throw on 1st down. So here's a 2nd and 5 for the Chargers. Gerald Everett in motion. Herbert in shotgun. Josh Kelly is the running back lined up to his right. Play action. Herbert looks to throw. He rolls out, and he's going to take a deep shot down the field, looking for Mike Williams, and he makes another catch down the field. Big play for Mike Williams again. Inside the 20-yard line, and Mike Williams with another big play. Well inside Dolphins territory. Big play there for the Chargers and Mike Williams. Great throw by Justin Herbert. They go quickly to the 15, or they're from the 15. Here's Keenan Allen. He stays in bounds before he finally goes out after, I'm not sure exactly how much he got there. I think he got about 10. They'll mark it 1st and goal. Let's see where they spot this, though. They're actually going to mark this as a 2nd and 3, so he went out at the 8 first down inside the 5 for the Chargers. The fullback Horvath in motion. To the end zone, that is not a good throw. He was looking for Keenan Allen in the end zone 1-on-1. I think it was supposed to be a fade more towards the front pylon. They just kept going to the end zone. Just not on the same page there. Not necessarily like it was a bad throw, like I said initially. Just not necessarily both players were on the same page. Seems like got a little mixed up. Here's a 3rd and 3. Herbert looks to throw. Dolphins bring a blitz. But play is not going to count anyway. It's a false start penalty. It's an illegal snap, so it's essentially a false start at the center. On the center, he started to snap the ball and then stopped and started again. So that backs him up to a 3rd and 8 here. Third and 8. From the 13 here, Austin Eckler leaves the backfield. Herbert looks to throw. He fires to the end zone too high, looking for, I believe, Gerald Everett. There's 2 receivers in the area. I think he was looking for Everett. DeAndre Carter was further down the field in the end zone. That brings up a 4th and 8, and the Chargers will be forced to settle for a field goal here. Cameron Dicker, 1 of 1 so far, made a 33-yard field goal. This one from 31 from the left hash. And this kick is good to make it a 20-14 Chargers lead. So they answer the Dolphins touchdown with points, just not able to answer with a touchdown, but they are able to get points and got a field goal. Alright, so the Dolphins going to get the ball here as Chargers set to kick it away. This game feels like it's taking forever. I'm not sure if you guys feel that way, but it's 10:45 here on the East Coast, and there's still 4:18 to go in the third quarter. Feels like a very long game. So Chargers set to kick it away. And it is going to be a touchback as it goes through the end zone. And on the snap infraction penalty, they showed a replay. It wasn't where the center started, stopped, and started again. Instead, what he did was he didn't line up set. He just reached down, put his hand to the ball, and snapped it. He never got set. Here is the give to Raheem Mostert up the middle. Mostert into the secondary before he's finally taken down after a gain of 13, but a good run there for the Dolphins running back. Raheem Mostert, 9 carries, 35 yards so far today. First and 10, Tua looks to throw. He wanted to take a deep shot down the field. Now he looks to take off and run. And he slides inside Chargers territory at the 46. He's not necessarily the most mobile guy in the world, but definitely someone who can take off and run like that, as we just saw. Good job taking advantage of that space in the open field. Here's the give to Raheem Mostert. He stiff arms a guy, gets to the edge, but he's taken down there, and he gets no gain. Here's a 2nd and 10 after the first down run gets nothing. It was supposed to just be inside in the B gap, so between the guard and the tackle, Teron Armstead, but that was blown up. And he was forced to bounce it outside. And now a 2nd and 10 here. Tua looks to throw. He fires to fullback Alec Ingold. That one actually incomplete. And it's going to bring up a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Tua has not had a good night so far. I believe only 4 completions. One of them, obviously, the big touchdown to Tyreek Hill. Yeah, he's 4 of 19 for 85 yards and a touchdown. So we got a 3rd and 10 here for the Dolphins. Tua in shotgun. He looks to throw here. And now under pressure, spinning away and taken down for the sack. Big play there by number 56 of the Chargers. That is Morgan Fox. That is a huge play. Pushes the Dolphins back into Charger territory. And now if they got some positive yardage there, probably if they get 5+ yards, there's a conversation to consider going for that, considering where you are on the field. But now after that sack, thanks to Morgan Fox, big sack there. And then it brings up a 4th and 22. Whoops, sorry, just completely moved the tripod. Not sure if you guys saw that. But here is a punt, fair catch called for at the 12-yard line by DeAndre Carter. I actually don't think it moved at all. But it might have moved a little bit. I'm just going to leave it alone now. The Dolphins defense at home allows 15.3 points a game, second fewest in the NFL. But on the road, they allow 32.8 points a game, which is the most in the NFL. So real home field advantage on defense. That would be the largest differential with points home versus on the road since I think it's at 1998 or 1988 when it was the Bills. Here's a 1st and 10 for the Dolphins. No, sorry, for the Chargers. So we move this ball marker. All right, here's Herbert. He looks to throw. Over the middle, he finds Gerald Everett for the completion. And Everett gains 9 on the play, making it a 2nd and short for the Chargers. Justin Herbert, he's been really good so far today. Very efficient as well. He's got 327 yards, 32 of 42, not many incompletions. And they've thrown the ball 42 times already, very pass heavy. I mean, they haven't really been able to run the ball. 3.4 yards a carry is not ideal. Herbert lines up under center here. And he hands off to Austin Eckler. And there's an example of them not being able to run the ball. He gets taken down in the backfield by Jalen Phillips, having himself a nice game. Jalen Phillips having himself a really good game. As he's got... let's see, where is he? He's got a sack and 2 tackles for loss. 6 total tackles. So now a 3rd and 2 here after the sack. Or sorry, the tackle for loss. 3rd and 2, quick throw out to Keenan Allen. Allen with blockers in front, and he's not going to get there. He's going to get about half the yards they need. He's going to get 2 yards from it being a 3rd and 2 to a 4th and 1, but he's going to be short. And that also brings up the end of the 3rd quarter to make it quarter number 4. So headed to the 4th quarter, Chargers up 20-14. And the Chargers also with an upcoming an upcoming 4th down. So I think the Chargers are forced to punt it away. I mean, you don't want to do it on 4th and short, or at least I don't. Like, I don't want to punt it away anytime it's like 4th and less than 2. But I mean, at your own 20, or a little past your own 20, you have to. There's no chance you go for this unless you're down. And it's a must-have 4th down. So the 4th quarter is set to get underway in a minute. So far, results on the poll, 80% say the Dolphins, 20% say the Chargers. But I'm not sure if I'm going to... stick with my prediction of the Dolphins, I would probably switch to the Chargers. Or actually, I switched to the Chargers at halftime. So I always do an updated prediction of each after each quarter, first, second, third, and obviously the fourth. If it's overtime, then I'll do it. But I've actually only streamed one overtime game. But I would stick with my prediction of the Chargers then, going away from my original prediction to start the game into the at the beginning of the game. So Chargers send down their punter J.K. Scott in the punt unit, and they'll be forced to kick it away. And this kick is away. Fair catch called for at his own 26 by Cedric Wilson, and that is where the Dolphins offense will take over. Justin Herbert has his 21st career 300-yard game. These are some of the Sunday Night Football storylines. Tyreek Hill, 2 touchdowns of 50-plus yards. Obviously had a big fumble recovery where he ran. And then Mike Williams, a 4th 100-yard game this season. He's at two really big catches. One unbelievable catch down the sideline early in the game. Tua, empty backfield here. Raheem Mostert motions back into the backfield. He stands to the right of Tua. Now he exits the backfield. Tua looks to throw. He fires quickly to Jalen Waddle. Waddle breaks the tackle and is out of bounds after crossing the 45-yard line. Good play there for the Dolphins to start on Tua's just 5th completion of the day. It has not been a good day for Tua. Back-to-back weeks where it's not been a good day. Obviously, he can make this better, but he's still going to have a lot of incompletions on the chart today. Even if he goes and completes a lot more, it's still going to be a lot of incompletions, as he's at, what is he? Let me check really quickly. He's at 15 incompletions, sorry. Raheem Mostert runs for 2 yards there, but Tua's at 15 incompletions already at 5 of 20, which is obviously not the ideal completion percentage there. Alright, so here's a 2nd and 8 here for the Dolphins after a short run on 1st down. Raheem Mostert exits the backfield. Here's Tua, looks to throw. Blitz brought by the Chargers. He escapes the rush now, and now he looks to take off and run. And he is going to lunge forward for the 1st down after a gain of 11. And pick up a Dolphin 1st down in the process. No, sorry, a gain of 9 after the scramble, because I'm thinking this is 1st down. Tua 3 carries, 28 yards tonight. Tua this time hands off to 26. I don't know who that is. 26. That is Salvon Ahmed, his 1st carry of the day. Seems like Tyreek Hill sees somewhat of a limited role here in the second half after suffering the lower leg injury is what I think I'm going to call it. Seems like an ankle injury, but it could be a foot injury. 2nd and 9 here for the Dolphins. Ahmed leaves the backfield and lines up as a receiver. Tua, under pressure, he's going to take a deep shot down the field. That was way off. Let's see here from behind the quarterback's perspective because that throw was way off. There was a free rusher. He just got rid of it. They're going to actually call that intentional grounding. He threw it, but nobody was even close. Just threw it down the middle of the field. And that brings up 3rd and 19 as 10-yard penalty. Or actually not 10-yard penalty, but loss of down. And I believe... Is it a 10-yard penalty or is it a... Just where he threw it from. But 3rd and very long here, 3rd and 19 for the Chargers. Tua in shotgun. Trent Sherfield in motion. Quick throw out to Tyreek Hill. He's got some blockers ahead. And he's able to get back to about a yard short with the original line of scrimmage. But that'll still bring up a 4th and long. So hi, how's it going? How are you tonight? So here's a 4th down. Dolphins forced to punt, I should say. The Chargers defense does another good job of forcing a punt. You're good, glad to hear that. Who do you have winning this game? 4th and 11. Thomas Morstead punts it away. DeAndre Carter back deep to receive. He calls for a fair catch at his own 11-yard line with 11:19 to go here in the 4th quarter. And that is where Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense will come back onto the field. Who do I think is going to win? So my original prediction was the Dolphins, 34-27. That was before the game. But after seeing the first half and the first 3 quarters really now, I would definitely think the Chargers are going to win. But you still think the Dolphins could win? I mean, they could definitely do it. But the offense, Tua has not had a good day, but they've gotten pretty lucky with that fumble recovery for a touchdown by Tyreek Hill, and also the long touchdown. I mean, that was just a good offensive play. It's what you expected of an explosive offense like the Dolphins. But otherwise, the offense hasn't been great. They're averaging, like 3 yards a play? There might be a little bit more after the long touchdown. They're averaging 4.3 yards a play, so still not ideal. Even though they're at 14 points. Yeah, I agree too. It ain't doing good. Yeah, this is the second game in a row he's not having a very good game. Because last week he also... let me pull up his exact numbers from last week, but he was not very good last week. This week he's 6 of 22 so far. But he is... Last week he was also not very good. A completion percentage of 54.6. He was 18 of 23 for 295 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. No interceptions tonight, but the completions have just not been there for him. According to Next Gen Stats, the current chance of winning for each side, Dolphins at a 20% chance, Chargers at an 80% chance. Here's a 1st and 10. Herbert hands off to Josh Kelly, and Kelly stood up right there after maybe a gain of a yard, not much space to run. And that's been a theme for the Chargers all game long. As a team so far, they've had like 2 good runs. Austin Eckler had a good run early for 11. Josh Kelly had run for 22, but that's been it. They've averaged 3.2 yards a carry. And if you take out those big runs, they have a 1 yard to carry, 12 yards on 12 carries. Here is a 2nd and 8. Tight end Trey McKitty in motion for the Chargers. Herbert under center. Play action. Looks to throw. He's going to fire to the outside. There's Keenan Allen with the catch. And he gets about 4 yards on that play to make this a 3rd medium for the Chargers. With a little under 10:30 to go in the 4th quarter. Jalen Phillips got the pressure on Justin Herbert. He's had a really good game. Multiple tackles for loss and sacks as well. He has 2 tackles for loss and a sack. 3rd and 5. Herbert looks to throw. And he fires to the outside. That's complete to Keenan Allen once again. And he finds the Chargers' 1st down. Keenan Allen also having a very good day. And Herbert also had a lot of time to throw that. And delivered an excellent throw to the outside for Keenan Allen. As Allen did not have a lot of separation over on the outside. First and 10, Justin Herbert's thrown the ball 45 times, but he's been really good, completing 35 of it for over 340 yards. Looks to throw for a 46th time here. Quick throw outside to Mike Williams. No, sorry, that's Josh Palmer. He shoved it bounce after a gain of 7. And Justin Herbert hasn't had the greatest season, but, I mean, still having a very good season. I believe he's top 5 in the NFL in passing yards. And some people have blamed him for the Chargers' struggles and only being 6-6. I don't think so. I think Justin Herbert's been really good. He's had injuries to the offensive line, injuries to wide receivers throughout the season. The defense also has injuries and just hasn't really been that good. They've been okay. They haven't been amazing, though. But I don't think any of the blame for how bad the Chargers have been this year falls on Justin Herbert. Here's a quick throw to Josh Palmer. That one knocked away and incomplete. But when I said any of the blame for how bad the Chargers have been, not necessarily like they've been that bad. I just feel like for me, I had them going to the AFC Championship game. So I had them being really, really good because of the amount of talent they have on this team, but obviously injuries and stuff hasn't worked. It hasn't really worked out for the Chargers. They're currently sitting at 6-6. But I don't think any of the blame falls on Justin Herbert. Maybe slightly because he's made a few bad throws here and there. Here's a quick throw out to Keenan Allen against the blitz. And there's another big 1st down. As Keenan Allen has had a fantastic day so far. He has 11 catches, 74 yards. Mike Williams also a very good day. Chargers might have 2 wide receivers go over 100 yards, as Mike Williams also already at 116 yards. Keenan Allen, a 5-time Pro Bowler, 30 years old, out of California, or Cal. First and 10, here is the give to Austin Eckler. Eckler is looking for some space. He's able to find 3 yards there. And that's kind of been the theme here for the Chargers. Not much space to run the ball. Who's my favorite team? That would be the Giants. How about you? Who's your favorite team? But yeah, I'm a Giant fan. Here's a 2nd down here for the Chargers. 2nd and 7. Herbert winds up under center. Austin Eckler is the running back. Gerald Everett was the motion man. Herbert looks to throw here under pressure. He sidearms one to Keenan Allen. And Allen inside Dolphins territory. Gets it down to the 41-yard line. Your favorite team is the Dolphins? Cool. Oh, so that explains why you would want the Dolphins to win and also think they're going to win. But there's Keenan Allen for his 12th catch. But the Dolphins have looked good so far. Justin Herbert, 38 completions today. That is a new career high. And now they're going to go Wildcat here. Austin Eckler takes the snap, and he's going to keep this one on an option play with Josh Kelly. And Herbert able to run for 10. That is a very creative play there. I like the creativity. You haven't been able to run the ball. See if you can get something going this way. On the option, out of the Wildcat, see if maybe the defense gets confused by you going Wildcat. I like the creativity there. And to Austin Eckler with another good run. One of his best runs of the day for a gain of 10. 9-play, 57-yard drive so far for the Chargers. Here's the toss to Eckler running right. He cuts upfield and is able to get 2 yards. And the theme continues for not much space to run the football for Austin Eckler. Now, it hasn't just been Austin Eckler. Josh Kelly has not had much room to run either. Justin Herbert, does he have the most career passing yards in his first 3 seasons ever? But I think it said he was right there with Andrew Luck. But, here's a 2nd and 8. Herbert looks to throw, and he's going to take a shot down the sideline. That one incomplete. Looks like some miscommunication there between him and Josh Palmer. What do I watch the game on? What do you mean? Like, the channel, or like, what do I physically watch the game on? Here's a 3rd and 8. For the Chargers after the incompletion. They get a first down at the Dolphins' 22-yard line. They're 8 of 16 on 3rd downs, averaging 8 yards to go. Herbert rolls out. Now he looks to run. Justin Herbert still on his feet, and he slides inside the red zone after picking up a first down for the Chargers. As we also we hit 5 minutes to go in the half. Is it an app? So no, I'm actually just on NBC.com right now, on the website. And that's how I'm watching it. "23 first downs today for the Chargers, 11 for the Dolphins, and a big total yard gap, 424 for the Chargers, and under 200 for the Dolphins." Here's Austin Eckler, another solid run. He's able to run for 12 yards there. And 2 of his best 3 runs have come on this drive. So, now, Chargers running the ball, but they showed us a stat before where with their goal to go plays, they throw the ball, and I think it's almost 80% of it. 80% of the plays inside or with the goal to go. So like your first goal, second goal, stuff like that. And here we have a 1st and goal for the Chargers. From the, where are they? Let me see real quick. If they could show the field, that'd be great. All right, I'm just gonna check because they're still in the huddle. But Chargers are currently at the Dolphins' 8-yard line. The Dolphins actually spend their 2nd timeout with 4:17 to go. Here is a run with Austin Eckler. Eckler fighting. He's able to get about 2 yards, getting from the 8 to the 6. And the Dolphins spend their 3rd and final timeout with about 4:12 to go. So here would be it would be huge for the Chargers to get points here. Justin Herbert has attempted 50 passes, has 371 passing yards, and a touchdown. But a field goal is even big here because that makes it a 2-score game, making it a 9-point game. So the Chargers just need to make sure they get points here. 4:12 to go in the fourth quarter. Second and goal from the 6. Keenan Allen in motion. Fumbles to snap. And looks like Herbert was able to get that back. Let's see this again. Herbert was under center. Never got a grip on the ball. He was able to get it back, though. But I didn't say it out loud, but I just thought, as long as the Chargers get points here, they're sitting in a good position, and as long as they don't turn it over, because, I mean, they would essentially, well, you can miss the field goal, but, I mean, when you're inside the 10-yard line, it's pretty hard to miss a field goal. Here's Herbert, sets up the screen to Austin Eckler, but he runs out of room towards the sideline, but, does an excellent job of staying in bounds there, so the clock will continue to run, and, a field goal is huge here, because it still makes it a 2-score game, making it a 9-point game, despite only adding on 3 points. And then the Chargers would have to score twice with no timeout. The Dolphins would have to score twice with no timeouts. They'd have to score a touchdown and a field goal. Fourth and goal here. Here's a 28-yard attempt from Cameron Dickery's 2 of 2 on field goals so far for the Chargers, making a 31 and 33-yarder. This one closer. And his kick is good, and that is a big field goal for the Chargers, making it a 2-score game with 2:40 to go. Alright, so the Dolphins are definitely going to need some completions here from Tua. They're not going to get here, or they're going to need to be able to they're not going to be able to have an opportunity to win this game if they keep completing, if they keep going 6 of 22. But I was still waiting for them to come back from a commercial break here after the field goal. But Chargers are set to kick it away, or will be set to kick it away when they come back from commercial. So I'm going to go ahead and move this ball marker from the Chargers to the Dolphins. Won't let you watch. Well, you do have to be signed in, I believe. I'm pretty sure that would be the case. But I'm not completely sure. But, very frustrating there. Not sure. Nothing else comes to mind of how you can watch it. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. I'm sorry. Alright, so 2:40 to go. Chargers kick it away here. And this kick is a touchback as it is bounced in the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Dolphins will get the ball at their own 25. Alright, so from their own 25, Tua looks to throw here. And he's going to take a deep shot down the field right away on this drive. Overthrew him, looking for Tyreek Hill. Flag is down on the play. But it doesn't seem like Tyreek Hill is 100% there. He's got some kind of injury to his ankle or whatever. It's some kind of lower leg injury. But defensive or illegal contact penalty on against the player that it impacted was Tyreek Hill, which might be why he couldn't quite catch up to this. He seems to be playing. He seems to be trying to play hard, and it seems like he is trying to, or he is, but he seems it seems like you could tell that the ankle or whatever the injury is bothering him. 1st and 10 here after the 5-yard penalty. But it does give him a fresh set of downs. Tua over the middle, that is complete to Raheem Mostert, the running back out of the backfield. And then now they do have to go quickly, as being down by 2 scores with 2:15 to go. 2nd and 3. Tua, quick throw once again. There's Cedric Wilson with the catch. And this is probably going to bring him to the 2-minute warning. Yeah, that'll bring him to the 2-minute warning. 23-20, Chargers up. 23-14. Chargers up. With 2 minutes to go here. On Sunday Night Football. Dolphins looking to make a comeback. But they've also been better completing some passes on this drive, which is obviously going to lead to some more yards and success, as they've already got 2 for 3 on this drive, whereas had not been very good completing passes before this drive. Alright, so waiting for them to come back from commercial break after the... Oh, what did I just do? Alright, sorry. I don't know what I just did. Alright, give me 1 second. I accidentally clicked on something I did not want to. Alright, here we go. So still waiting for them to come back from a commercial break after the 2-minute warning. And, so Dolphins, they're going to need a score, onside kick score, especially with no timeouts. That's what they're going to have to need and have to do if they want a chance at winning this. But, now, I feel like you probably want the... you want to go get the touchdown on this drive. Or at least that's how I would prefer to do it. I prefer to go get the touchdown on this drive. And then go onside kick. So then all you're going to need is a field goal and you don't have to get much. You have to get, what, 30 yards to get yourself in field goal range as opposed to going about 60 yards down the field to score. Here's Tua, empty backfield. He looks to throw, and he fires over the middle. That's complete to Jalen Waddle. And moving quickly here, clock winds under 150 to go. 1st and 10 for the Dolphins. Tua in shotgun. He looks to throw here. And now he steps up. He cannot take a sack here. And he fires. Why don't they use the sidelines? They can get out of bounds. But, again, tackled inbounds. 2nd and 2 here. That one not a first down. Tua, quick throw. Over the middle. That one knocked away, looking for Trent Sherfield. Sherfield looking for a flag. But no flag is thrown on that play. I would think the Dolphins would try to use the sidelines here. Because you get out of bounds, you stop the clock. You can come up with a good play for the next play instead of having to hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. I mean, not only use the sidelines. Obviously, the Chargers will be trying to let them knock it out of bounds. But, I mean, if I'm the Dolphins, I at least try to get out of bounds here. They're just throwing the ball over the middle, not really even making an intention to get out of bounds. Tua in shotgun. Raheem Mostert exits the backfield. And Tua takes a shot down the sideline for Jalen Waddle. Incomplete. Don't think Waddle saw the ball. Now this brings up a 4th and 2. From the 30... between the 36 and the 37. So now this is very interesting. Do you kick the field goal or do you go for it? It's 4th and short. They're going to send on the field goal unit to cut this to a 23-17. Then they're going to need a touchdown their next drive. 55 yards. They got to get this. The kick from Jason Sanders is good. And according to SNF Kicks, good from 59. So now, that was a big-time kick from Jason Sanders. The field goal's good. Now they just need the onside kick. I mean, I know easier said than done. They need an onside kick and then score. I mean, I don't know. I might have gone for that. In field goal range, a long field goal, I think if I'm the Dolphins, it sounds aggressive, but I think I actually go for that. Remaining scheduled for each side. Next week, the Dolphins are in Buffalo, then they host Green Bay in New England, and then home against the Jets in Week 18. The Chargers, home against the Titans, then in Indianapolis against the Colts, home against the Rams, and then in Denver. A minute 10 to go here. Dolphins need to get the onside kick. Chargers with their hands team out there. I'm actually going to go take this ball marker away because we don't know who's going to get the ball. You would assume it's going to be the Chargers, but I mean, you never know. Onside kicks, the point of it is to try to get the ball back. So, here is the kick. It is bouncing. Oh, it's muffed! And the Dolphins, can they grab it? It bounced right to Josh Palmer. And he couldn't handle it. Did the Dolphins get it? No, the Chargers got it. The Chargers get it here. That was... You put your two best receivers with the shortest hands back there. They've got Keenan Allen on the one side. So they kick it to Josh Palmer's side. And it takes like a weird bounce to him. And they can't get it. But the Chargers are then able to dive on it. They take a knee. And they're going to hold on to win this game. So the Dolphins' comeback attempt will fall short, as they'll end up losing 23-17. Herbert takes a knee, and that's the game now. Final score: Chargers 23, Dolphins 17. And Justin Herbert with a fantastic game, passing, as he goes 39 of 51. That's a career high in completions for 367 yards, only one touchdown. But had a great game for the Chargers, and was a big reason they won, because they were not able to run the ball. Only 3.6 yards a carry. Sorry. For the Dolphins, the offense wasn't great. Tua wasn't great. 10 of 28 for 145 yards and a touchdown. But final score here on Sunday Night Football: Chargers 23. Dolphins 17. And that's going to do it for tonight's live stream. Thank you guys for joining me. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss any of their upcoming live streams or any of their upcoming videos. Tomorrow we will have another live stream and watch party like this for Monday Night Football. Thank you for being willing to do this for people. You're welcome. You're very welcome. Thank you for being here, because you guys really make it fun and make me want to do it. So I thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, or not comment, but like, subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss tomorrow's stream or any of their upcoming videos. But that's all for this stream, and have a great night, and I will see you in the next video.